Hi, boys and girls. This is Ms. Kathy. I'm so happy you've joined me today for another story just for you. Moses and the Burning Bush. Moses grew up in the palace in Egypt. He was treated just like a prince. He went to the royal school and learned all about the Egyptian religions. But he didn't forget about God or his people. One day, Moses visited the land of Goshen. He saw that the Hebrew slaves were forced to work very hard. Then he saw an Egyptian slave master beating one of the Hebrew slaves. Moses got so mad that he killed the Egyptian. As the Hebrew man ran away, Moses hid the Egyptian's body in the sand and hoped no one would find out. The next day, Moses came back to Goshen. He found two Hebrew men fighting with each other. "Stop it," he shouted at the one who started it. "Why are you fighting one of your own people?" The man shouted back, "You're not the boss over us, or are you going to kill me like you killed that Egyptian?" That scared Moses. He thought, that man I rescued yesterday must have talked about the Egyptian man. Now everyone knows what I did. Everyone did know. Very soon, Pharaoh heard about it. He was afraid that Moses would lead the Hebrews to fight the Egyptians, so he ordered his soldiers to kill Moses. But Moses ran away. He walked across the desert all the way to the land of Midian. Late one day, he stopped and rested by a well. All the people who lived in that area came to this well to drink and to get water for their flocks. While Moses was resting there, 7 girls came up leading their flocks of sheep. These girls were the daughters of a man named Jethro, a man who loved God. As the girls began to water their sheep, other shepherds chased them away so they could get the water first for their flocks. Moses wouldn't stand for that. He defended the girls and chased the other shepherds back. Then he got the water for the girls' sheep. When their father heard about it, he said, "Where is this man? You didn't leave him there, did you? Invite him to our tent for supper." So Moses came to their tent for supper, and Jethro invited him to stay and work for him as a shepherd. Before long, Moses married the oldest girl, Zipporah, and settled down. He lived there for 40 years. Back in Egypt, the old Pharaoh had died, and there was a new king. This new Pharaoh forced the Hebrew slaves to work even harder. When Moses heard the news, he must have felt very sad that he had left his people there to suffer and die. One day Moses led his sheep near Mount Sinai, a big mountain sometimes called the Mountain of God. Suddenly he saw a very strange thing, a bush that was on fire but not burning up. "I have to get closer and look at this," Moses said to himself. But when he got close, a voice spoke from the burning bush. "Moses, Moses," it called. Moses must have looked all around to see who was calling him. "Here I am," he answered. "Do not come any closer," the voice said. "Take off your sandals, because you are standing on holy ground. I am the God of your family, the God of Abraham and Isaac and Jacob." Moses ripped off his sandals and bowed down low. He was reverent and respectful in the presence of God. God said, "I have heard the cries of my people in Egypt. I have seen how the Egyptians are hurting them. It is time to rescue them and lead them to a new land, a land with plenty of food and water, their own land. So I am sending you, Moses, to Pharaoh. Go and bring my people out of Egypt." Moses was so shocked and afraid that he couldn't lift up his head. "I am not a prince or a great man. How can I go to Pharaoh and tell him that I am leading the Israelites out of Egypt?" God said, "I will be with you. Tell the leaders of my people that the God of Abraham and Isaac and Jacob sent you. They will listen to you and help you." Moses must have knelt there by that burning bush for a long time to show his love and respect for God, and to wonder how he could do all the things God asked.
The story you have heard today is from the Shoebox Kids Bible Stories, written by Jerry D. Thomas and used with permission from the Pacific Press Publishing Association. If you're interested in any other books published by the Seventh-day Adventist Church, please visit AdventistBookCenter.com or call 1-800-765-6955.
This podcast is a production of the Carolina Conference of the Seventh-day Adventist Church.